All right, you idiot. Let's go. I don't even know why you came along.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You know
Which
why I
moron?
came along, I told you. Looking for Christopher.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna get your friend killed more so than helping him out.
Why would I get him killed?
You said he disappeared. Maybe there's a reason. We should be careful. Either way.
All right, I'll be quiet. I'll tiptoe behind you. You won't even know me.
If you make a peep, I will give you a reason to yell.
What type of trees are in this wood? Would I be able to maybe climb up a tree? Not like in the cartoons when they stick their head above the leaves, but like climb up and see if I can see anything like.
You won't, because it's quite a dense woodland. There's a lot of canopy, so there's nowhere to climb to look further through the trees. The best line of sight is actually at ground level, or like if there's any like raises and banks and hills and stuff, you could probably stand.
How
on
does it
those to have a
smell?
look.
Does it smell normal?
It smells quite
smoke?
musty, actually.
Musty.
Like there's like a bog. The ground is damp, with the occasional really thick patch of mud that obviously Tommy's stood in. But there are a lot of dry paths and some brambles and such.
I'm not used to such a squishy forest, but let's keep going.
I walk ahead and
Stay on the high parts.
yeah, I'll work on it. Hey Jean, you want to make sure this moron doesn't trail off too far?
Yes, I thought I would stay in the back and keep an eye on our new friend.
Oh, thank you, big man. Always wanted a bodyguard.
I give him a overly aggressive pat on the back.
He cough whistles because of his tooth. It's like a.
All right, so taking the high ground, should I do a perception check or
Yeah,
an investigation?
You can do a perception check to see what you find. So most of what you see and hear is generic woodland sounds. Oniste, you notice that the way the land is, the further in you're going, the more damp it's getting. So you feel like you're going to get, the closer you get, it's going to get harder to navigate and maybe even turn into quite a deep bog. And same for Shara as well. She believes the same.
Hey, Shar, doesn't this seem like it's gonna get a bit moist over here? Ground's gonna get
Maybe.
really soft and unstable.
I agree. I think maybe we should skirt this area. I don't think I'd want to walk through that. I don't see anything to hide in besides bushes, but if this guy's been out here for days, he would have some kind of shelter. He probably would have, I don't know, fire for cooking, something. Unless he's dead, which is possible, if he knows nothing about survival.
I don't know why anyone would come out here.
Well, the woods are usually quite lovely. This one's a bit squelchy for my taste, but it's nice, peaceful, pretty.
I reach down and scoop up some of the mud in my hand and look at it. You could use some of this to help with your stealth. Just smear it on your skin. It'll help cover that scent of yours.
Excuse me?
He's saying you smell nice. Too nice for the woods.
Are you smelling me now?
I mean, he can smell you.
What? There is nothing wrong with my smell.
We're not saying there's nothing wrong. It's just, something that's can smell really well can kind of pick off your scent in the woods.
Okay, so what do you want me to do?
Just saying, if you want, you could smear some of this mud all over you. I look over at Shara and kind of wink.
You could, yeah. I've done it when hunting, but I don't know if this guy's really gonna smell us coming. Personally, if he's a normal human, right, Tommy?
Christopher? Yeah. What constitutes
it's
not normal?
not the humans I'm afraid of.
Is he pure human, or does he
Not
have
kinda- yeah.
non-human elements in
Is he a
him as
half
well?
breed of something?
Half-breed. If he was a half-breed, it would have been a giant. He's a big dude.
Okay. Well,
So we've heard.
All right.
yeah. Either way, I say we
Alright.
skirt around this area. I don't want to go. I don't think it's safe to go into a unknown boggy spot. Am I being too know-it-all?
I'm just gonna skip your
I mean,
advice for now.
with a bog typically comes hags. I don't want to deal with a bog hag.
What's a bog hag?
Really
wait,
ugly witch.
Yeah, so which way did you get out? That way?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, don't worry. You don't need to leave. We've got this guy with us. And I point to Jane.
Give her a thumbs up.
Or we can just feed him to the wolves. Well, not you. Tommy Swifty there, guy.
All good options. Anyway,
Hang on a minute. So you really think that Christopher is in a bog?
No, I don't. I think we should go around the bog. Personally.
Well, for all I
it
know,
would be a good hideout.
Or we can check. You want to go check it out?
I'm with her. She seems to know about bogs and stuff. And he
Huh.
points at Shara.
I know woods. And I know what to avoid usually. My family trained me.
All right. So you start to head around this where the depression is in the woodland, and eventually you start to come to an incline, which, if you roll let's go with nature. Okay, Oniste and Annette and Shara.
Everybody.
So you guys notice that the terrain now, it's probably not like where Jane's from, so it's probably terrain that he's not used to. The terrain starts to get a little bit more rocky, and because of the incline, you guys think it might be the base of the mountain that you've reached.
This is much more likely to hide shelter. Cave, maybe. Any kind of lean-to. Anything. I don't know. Maybe we should fan out a
Okay.
little bit. Not so far that we can't not see each other, but if we fan out and keep going this direction, we might be able to spot something easier.
Well, someone has to make sure that Tawny Swifty here.
Tommy's with me. Don't worry about him.
All right.
We're best friends now, right, Tommy?
Well, could be.
Does he even know your name?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Well, if we're gonna be best friends, I wouldn't mind knowing your name. Mine's Tommy Swift. It's nice to meet you.
Jane Mountainborn.
Sounds exciting. All right, let's fan out.
Yes.
All right, you guys carry on walking up the incline of where it starts to get a little bit more rocky, and in the distance you see an opening to a cave. There's vines hanging over it and bush covering the edges, but there is a clear path into the cave, and it seems to be well worn.
Oni, we gotta focus now.
Sorry. It's just new terrain. And there could be something new here. And there's lots that I see, but I don't have the room for it. So I'll have to come back here another time.
Wait,
I'm going to talk with Tommy. Tommy, we're going to work on the assumption that he may not be happy to see us or you. So with that being said, you said you can fight. How do you fight? Are you a ranged fighter? Melee? Magic?
I don't know any magic. I can't even read. What I do is I'll take this, and he's got a scimitar. He pulls it out, and I stick him or chop him.
Huh. So you're going to stay at the back. I'm going to go into the front. And if he gets past us, he's all yours. How about that?
I don't think I'll need to fight him, but all right.
Great.
You know, this Tommy Swift guy is not really exactly making great impressions here. I look over at Shara.
Yeah. Well, he's maybe in another setting he would be delightful, but
Delightful.
I think useless is the word you're looking for.
It's funny that you said delightful. Okay, well, let's...
I'm still here, you know.
We
Oh, I
know.
didn't-
let's go.
I forgot that you could hear us. Okay.
I'd like to think with me being the character that I am, I would take point, literally like forward with the halberd in hand, if that matters.
Yeah,
fine with me.
absolutely.
Sounds yeah, like a sound choice. Sounds sound.
This cave, the entrance at the opening, you could probably fit through side by side, but then you'd have to go single file to get through. Some of it closes in and out a little bit. Some of the light you can see, I don't know, probably about 30 feet into the cave entrance, and then it's pitch black.
I have a torch in one hand and a halberd in the other.
Tommy being at the back, and Jane's at the front now, right? Who's at the back with Tommy?
Probably potion seller.
Only stays at the back. Have you got a torch as well?
I do.
Okay, so Tommy leans over your shoulder. You don't have to let him, by the way. If you want to react, you can roll a dex to oppose this action. Dex save. However, he leans over your shoulder with a bolt from a hand crossbow, and it's wrapped in some material and soaked in oil. And he pokes it. He holds it over your torch.
I look over my shoulder and I reach into my satchel and pull out a bottle of glowing blue liquid. I hope you're not thinking of what you're thinking. You see what this is? This is called alchemist fire. You know what it does? It burns you to the bone. Don't mess with me.
He stops just before he gets to the flame. He goes, "What were you thinking I was going to do?"
I don't know. I don't know you well enough.
I think he's
I'm
trying
not
to
good with
light his
people.
bolt as a torch, but it's too short. You're gonna burn your hand, Tommy.
No, I'm going to set the fire on the bolt and shoot it into the cave. Then we can see inside.
But then anything inside the cave can see us too.
Oh yeah, never thought about that. He wraps the bolt and puts it back in a pouch. Save that one in.
What are you guys talking about back there?
Not burning hands or shooting flaming crossbow bolts.
Okay.
So Jane, out in front with your torch. So as you're walking through, you feel a few like droplets of cool water landing on you every now and again from the roof of the cave, ceiling of the cave. And some of them, sometimes they'll hit one of your torches, psst, make a noise as they evaporate. And then probably about another 30 feet into the darkness, the cave opens out. It looks like this has been mined or dug out by picks. You can see like the chip marks in the rock. It's definitely not natural. But there's nothing in here other than some old wooden boxes and storage containers that are empty or broken. There are other passageways from this place, and if you can all roll me a perception check, please.
I don't think I've rolled over a 7 the whole day.
So Shara is the only one that notices someone. You see the shadow of someone there's two passages split off in two different directions. You see on the left hand side, and you hear this like a scuffing sound of maybe some leather armor scuffing against some rock. Whatever it was has gone further into the passageway.
I let them know there's somebody down that passage, and they've definitely seen us.
Is it Christopher?
I don't know. Possibly.
Was it a big figure or something smaller?
You can probably tell by the size of the shadow that it looked like it was big.
It seemed pretty big, maybe too big for a goblin. Maybe Christopher, maybe a bugbear. I don't.
We should definitely go in that direction.
I agree.
What, towards the scary shadow thing?
It could be.
Do you think Tommy should be out front with me since his only weapon is a scimitar?
That could be, or we could just have Tommy yell Christopher's name.
Yeah, push him in there. Let him be the one.
That's not what I was saying, but I mean.
Oh, I've got a crossbow, and I'm pretty sneaky if I want to be.
Why don't you just call out his name? You recognize your voice, right?
What, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I thought you told me to be quiet. She said she'd kill me.
Whatever it is back there already knows we're here, and it retreated. So I think we're safe to at least find out if it's Christopher.
All right. Chris?
Little loud.
What? It's dark. Chris? Chrissy? Is that you, mate? I don't think it's him.
Oh, you should probably go in deeper.
What, like, go over there?
How else would he hear you?
Come on, Tommy, me and you, we'll do this.
All right. Now, I'm going to use my special talents now. So don't come near me. Stay back. I'm going to be quiet. So he positions himself. He gets like really in this like comfortable, loosens himself, bends his knees a bit more. And then he moves really strangely. He's like, it's almost like he's swimming, but walking. But he's really quiet when he's doing it. It's really strange to see. You have no idea where he picked this up from. I'm going to roll for this.
Okay.
Yep.
So, he's doing really well. And as he gets closer to the passageway, he steps on a little bit of moss. His foot slips out from underneath him, and he throws his scimitar, skittering across the cave floor. He's like, he jumps back to his feet and runs back towards Jane, and like stands behind him. I messed up. I fell. Did it see me? Checks himself. Did
Pretty
it bite
sure
me?
the entire cave heard you. So no point in being stealthy now.
Agreed. Let's just push on. I'm gonna grab your scimitars, Tommy.
Yeah. I'll get it. He brushes himself off.
So I walk up to Tommy, and as I walk past him, because is it like a wider area now?
Oh yeah, it's like
almost?
an open, like almost
Yeah.
like 50 foot of open space.
I walk by him and I just kind of like shoulder bump him kind of hard. I'm like, stealth my ass.
It wasn't my fault. I was doing really well until I stood on the moss. Watch out for the moss.
Don't mention the moss to Oni. He may try to harvest it.
Oh
What?
no, that moss is useless.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Anyhow, come on, Tommy. You're up front with me
good for
now.
us.
So Tommy steps over to his scimitar and he picks it up. He like checks it, trying to shine it in the torchlight, and puts his scimitar away.
Jane, do you want to take point again through the?
Yeah, I'm taking points. But Tommy, one of your ideas from earlier now actually has some merit. Go ahead and light your arrow so we can see up further ahead.
Oh,
Again,
good to-
no point in stealth now.
Yeah, I get to use my special skills. He pulls out his bolt.
I can always toss a bottle of alchemist fire. The blue flame might light better than the red flame.
Save it.
He walks over to Onistay and he... Is it safe? Can light my bolt.
Yeah, go ahead.
He puts his bolt over the flame, ignites, puts it in his crossbow, and he aims. The bolt flies down the corridor and it lights up the corridor. And there's no sound of movement or anything like that in there. But there seems to be another open area of the cave, but this seems to be. Well, you can see by the lighting that there's more like built-up stuff in there, like newer stuff, like chairs, tables, barrels, supply boxes. The supply boxes are stacked in a way that you can't quite see all the way into the room, almost like a barrier of some sort. You can walk through them, but they're like stacked. So it would be difficult to approach without the person on the other side having advantage of line of sight.
Well, let's just try to get cover and not get seen.
All right, you want to roll stealth? Nice. You make it up to the boxes without being seen or heard, you think. You were very quiet.
Okay. So I would stay hidden.
Yeah.
So can I do like a perception check to see if I notice anything?
Yeah, do both perception and stealth, as in like a sneaky peek.
Okay.
Amazing. So you see a guy with a light crossbow hiding behind a box on the other side, pointing it at the entrance.